Hi everyone, and welcome to Bourbon Holler soap. Today we're making a luxurious soap using nourishing ingredients like coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil, castor oil, and goat milk. This recipe creates a creamy, skin-loving soap that my family loves. Y'all, let me tell you, making soap is about as southern as sweet tea and pecan pie. Way back when, folks in the Holler didn't have easy access to store-bought suds. Nope, they used every bit of what they had, rendering down animal fats and mixing in lye to make their own soap. It was a necessity, but also a craft passed down through generations. Now, I don't expect you to be building a fire out back to make soap. But there's something mighty satisfying about carrying on that tradition with a modern twist. That's where cold-processed goat milk soap comes in. It's got that homespun charm, but with the added benefit of luxurious goat milk, making it gentle on the skin and oh so creamy. Here's what you will need for this recipe. 5.6 ounces of coconut oil, 0.8 ounces of avocado oil, 8.8 ounces of olive oil, 0.8 ounces of castor oil, 2.31 ounces of lye, sodium hydroxide, 6.08 ounces of goat milk, frozen. Before we begin, always remember to wear safety gear when working with lye. When lye comes in contact with water, the chemical reaction creates heat. Sometimes a lot of heat, and it can cause serious burns and injuries. Don't worry, if you follow safe practices, including safety gear, it's fine. Like I mentioned before, people have been using lye for hundreds of years to create handmade soap. One other thing I would like to point out is that if you decide to make changes to this recipe, and let's face it, the whole reason we like to make things from scratch is so we can control what is in our products. I definitely recommend using a soap calculator to make sure the amount of lye is correct for the amount of fats that are in your version. Lye creates a chemical reaction when it is combined with the fats and oils in the recipe. That chemical reaction is called saponification, which is when the fats and oils become soap. When combined and cured correctly, there is no lye remaining in the soap. So be sure to calculate all of your ingredients in a soap recipe calculator. I use soapcalc.net. It also provides good information about the soap qualities, such as hardness and lather. Now you might be wondering, why goat milk? Well, let me tell you, goat milk is the star of this recipe. It is naturally full of good-for-you stuff like vitamins, minerals like selenium, which is fantastic for skin health. It also contains lactic acid, which gently exfoliates and brightens your skin, leaving it soft and glowing. Plus, goat milk soap is known to be gentle on sensitive skin, so even folks with delicate complexions can enjoy its goodness. Let's quickly talk about the benefits of each of the other ingredients in this recipe and why they're perfect for handmade soap. Coconut oil is a staple in soap making because it creates a rich, bubbly lather. It is also moisturizing, reduces inflammation, skin healing, antibacterial, antifungal, and antiviral. Avocado oil is packed with vitamins A, D, E, which are great for nourishing and moisturizing the skin. It is especially good for dry or sensitive skin types. Olive oil makes the soap gentle and moisturizing. It produces a creamy lather and helps condition your skin, making it soft and smooth. Castor oil boosts the soap's lather, creating those luxurious, creamy bubbles we all love. It also draws moisture to the skin, keeping it hydrated. Before we get started, I like to gather everything I need from start to finish. It can be pretty annoying to be looking for something when your soap is beginning to trace and you need it now. So in addition to the ingredients mentioned before, you will need kitchen scales, immersion blender, stainless steel or silicone utensils, spatula, whisk. Stainless steel mixing bowls, I usually have at least 2 ready. Small glass bowl with lid. I use this to pre-measure out my lye before starting. It allows me to slowly and carefully measure it out and safely set it to the side. The lid is just another safety precaution in case I accidentally bump it while working. No spill. Stainless steel, glass, or plastic spouted bowl or container for easier pouring into the molds. Thermometer. Soap molds. I'm using some small round molds for this batch because I made them for Christmas gifts, but you can use any mold that you like. Now that we have everything we need and we know why each ingredient is amazing, let's make our soap. Step 1. Start by freezing your goat milk into ice cubes. This helps to prevent scorching when we mix it with the lye. In a stainless steel mixing bowl, add 6.08 ounces of the frozen goat milk cubes. Step 2. Slowly add 2.31 ounces of lye to the frozen goat milk. Now remember what I said about lye being strong? Always add lye to water, not the other way around, to avoid any splattering. Step 3. In a heat-safe container, gently melt the coconut oil. I prefer my version of a double boiler to slowly melt the oil without scorching. I simply fill a large pot halfway with water and set the temperature at low-medium to medium heat. I place another stainless mixing bowl on top of the pot and place the coconut oil into it. I feel like I can control the heat better with this method. You can use the microwave, but do it slowly. Step 4. Once the coconut oil has completely melted, you can then mix in the liquid oils. Blend them together with your spatula or whisk. Allow these oils to cool to somewhere between 90 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Step 5. Once the lye mixture has cooled down to within 10 degrees of the oils, we'll slowly add it to our melted oils. I shoot for both mixtures to be approximately 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is where the magic happens, folks. Step 6. Use an immersion blender to stir all of the ingredients together. The mixture will start to thicken up and turn into a beautiful, creamy soap batter. This is what we call trace, when the mixture is a pudding-like consistency. Optional step. At this time, you can add in your favorite essential oils for a touch of aromatherapy or dried herbs for a little something extra. I left mine plain for this batch. If you choose to add essential oils, be sure to use a soap recipe calculator to ensure the correct measurement. Step 7. At this point, I like to transfer my mixture into a spouted bowl before attempting to pour into the molds, especially if I'm using smaller or individual molds. Step 8. Pour the mixture into your mold. Tap your molds to allow the mixture to settle and to remove air bubbles. After I fill the molds, I take them to an unused room to sit for 24-48 hours before removing them from the molds. After a couple of days, your soap should have hardened enough to easily and cleanly pop out of the molds. If you're using a loaf mold, now is the time to cut it into bars. After unmolding, let your soap sit and cure for 4 to 6 weeks. This curing time allows the soap to fully harden, which makes your soap last longer, as well as to complete the saponification process, leaving the soap gentle on your skin. And there you have it. You've got yourself a batch of homemade goat milk soap. Each ingredient in this recipe was carefully chosen to create a luxurious bar of soap that cleanses, moisturizes, and pampers your skin. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you like this soap recipe and how it makes your skin feel, be sure to come back next week when I share my absolute favorite body butter recipe with you. It's amazing. If you decide to try this recipe, please leave a comment about what you think about it. Until next time, keep glowing.